The new patch 1.20 for Granblue Fantasy Relink not only added 2 new quests and 2 new characters, but it also added a bunch of new sigils into the game. So I've been testing these out all day and my conclusion is, some of them are pretty meh, whereas some others are just insanely good and turn some of the weakest characters into powerhouses. There's a new meta in Relink, so in today's video I will be showing you what I believe to be the most powerful characters in the game and how you can get the most out of them. I'll also be doing some further testing for all the other ones, so let me know if you would like me to make a video where I rank all the new sigils. With that being said, hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero and let's get started. So if we come over here to the Knickknack Shack and talk to Sierra, we're going to find all of the new Warpath sigils that you're able to trade. And some of these are absolutely insane, with one that stood out to me immediately being the one from EO, which not only is going to grant her 15% enhanced damage, but also gives her a 50% chance to not consume Mystic Vortex orbs. So some of these are just straight up insane, so let me show you the characters that I think are now the best ones in the game. And we are starting off with none other than Charlot. This little gremlin was already one of the best characters in the game prior to this patch. Not only was Charlot able to deal tons of damage thanks to her cancels, but she's also a character that is very reliable, being able to stay alive and push through pretty much any attack. And then of course there is the skill Invincible, which, well, makes her invincible. And since all of the skill tech that a lot of characters were abusing, like Percival and Vazaraga for example, were nerfed, it's very easy to conclude that Charlot ends up being one of the best in the game. But that's not the whole story, as Charlot now has access to her own Warpath sigil, the Holy Knight's Warpath, which is going to allow Charlot to pretty much stay permanently in noble stance while also getting a 10% enhanced damage on top. And this enhanced damage is going to ignore damage cap, so that's pretty fantastic. So without this sigil, if I were to go for, let's say, Shining Onslaught, use noble strategy and then do the combo finisher, I no longer am in noble strategy. I then need to use a different skill like Holy Ladder for example to get that combo finisher, or I would have to do this normal combo to be able to enter noble stance once again. However, with the Warpath sigil, I can go ahead and use Shining Onslaught, use the combo finisher like so, and as you can see I'm still in noble stance, which means I can go into a combo finisher, do it like that, and I can keep on spamming this and I will always be in noble stance. So as long as you are able to keep on attacking the enemy and using these skills, you'll be able to pretty much infinitely chain noble stance from noble stance without a care in the world. I mean, this is absolutely absurd. The damage output that you'll be able to get on the boss by doing all of this is going to be absolutely insane. So now, to deal optimal damage as Charlot, all you really need to do is enter noble stance like so, go into the combo finisher, then do one basic attack and air cancel the lunge and just keep on doing this. It's very simple, and once you get the cancels down you'll be able to deal a lot of damage, and very often with large bosses you don't even need to do this dodge right here. And the damage output that you'll be able to get from this thing is going to be absolutely crazy. And since it will now be easier for you to maintain noble stance, you can actually go ahead and remove the skill Holy Ladder. That is this skill right here, which was previously only used for you to be able to cancel and do this aerial lunge, because the DPS from Holy Ladder was actually quite low. And so you can replace this skill with something more useful, like Rising Cut if you want to add a parry to your build, or this skill right here to provide you with a 50% damage reduction to yourself and the entire party. Another cool thing that Charlot has going for her is that she is light element, and given that the new boss Behemoth is weak to light, you are free to make a build without War Elemental, giving you room to add another damage sigil, like Combo Booster or Combo Finisher, which works perfectly for her as she has really hard to hit damage caps. And since that boss not only drops the required materials for the new Warpath sigils, but also has a chance to drop supplementary damage 5 among other top tier sigils, it's the one quest that you will want to farm the most. And since I am already here, I can give you the rundown of my Charlot build. Of course, I'm using the Holy Knight's Warpath, and Holy Knight's Luster is just a very powerful skill as well, as it's going to shorten Charlot's skill cooldowns whenever she lands an attack while in noble stance, and thanks to the Warpath sigil we're going to have it active pretty much always, so that is going to work very well. Now I do want to highlight the Lucilia sigils here because normally you would have 1 alpha, 1 beta and 2 gammas, but for Charlotta specifically I run 2 alphas and 2 gammas. The reason for that is that the beta sigil only raises the damage cap of your skills, and with Charlotta you won't be using a lot of offensive skills. As you can see, I only have a couple of offensive skills, and the alpha sigil is going to raise the damage cap of your normal attack, so that is going to work perfectly well with Charlotta as well. And once you get this sigil to level 30, you also gain the bonus of having extra SBA gauge whenever your allies activate their own SBA, though frankly that is just a small bonus on top. And then for my damage sigils, I'm running a critical hit rate with stamina to be able to reach 95% critical hit rate, and because Charlotta's lunge has a very high damage cap, we're going to be needing as much attack as we can get, which is why I also have Tyranny with Aegis, so stamina and Tyranny are pretty much essential to raise my damage as much as possible, and I even reached Tyranny level 30 because I also have it here on the Holy Knight's Luster. Lastly, I have the combo finisher with attack, which is going to get me very close to hitting all of the damage caps, and finally I have War Elemental, which again you are able to replace with a more utility focused sigil, like for example this Link Together that comes with Nimble Onslaught as well, or you could add another damaging sigil like this combo booster that also comes with improved dodge, that will get you closer to hitting the damage cap on that big lunge attack. Seeing as Charlotta was already capable of hitting upwards of 43 million damage prior to this update, I can totally see her being capable of reaching 50 million damage in the 60-second test if you master the proper timings for her cancels. She is by far one of the strongest characters in Relink as of now, and I really don't think that it could be argued otherwise. However, there is one big exception, which is the character that I want to focus on right now, and that is none other than Cagliostro. Her new Warpath sigil is quite good, as it will give you a 10% enhanced damage for 20 seconds whenever you land a combo finisher, and this enhanced damage is improved to 15% if you land a different combo finisher. And again, this enhanced damage goes above the damage cap. And with a large portion of Cagliostro's damage coming from her combo cancels that you're able to do like so, you will be able to proc this enhanced damage very easily. And this Warpath sigil is going to combo very well with her other 2 signature sigils, with the Founder's strategy inflicting defense down for 30% whenever Cagliostro lands a fully charged collapse, which she is able to do very easily after performing a skill or a combo finisher, and Founder's Truth is going to shorten Cagliostro's skill cooldown whenever she lands a combo finisher. That being said, despite it being good, the sigil itself is not amazing, and it isn't really the reason why I have included Cagliostro as one of the best characters as of the new update. I'm not exactly sure what happened with the game's coding with the new update, but Cagliostro now has a very powerful tool that is going to deal tons of damage very easily. I'm talking being able to deal upwards of 60 to 70 million damage in the 60-second damage test. That's how crazy this is. So if I were to go and use the skill Alexandria normally, this is the damage output that I would get, around 8,600,000. However, if I were to do it like this, you'll see that I'm able to deal over 2 million damage. Again, I'm not exactly sure what happened with the game's coding, but this is pretty much a bug that you can replicate as much as possible and is very easy to execute. And of course, if you stack Phantasmagoria on top, decrease the enemy's defense, and get the enhanced damage from the combo finisher, you'll see the absurd amounts of damage that I'm able to deal with a single Alexandria. So now the optimal way to play Cagliostro is still to pretty much do the same combo cancels like so. Nothing too special, get that charged attack, and then of course you dodge cancel Alexandria and see the damage skyrocket. I believe that this bug has made it so that the damage cap from Alexandria is pretty much removed whenever you do this. We have had some bugs like this in the past, but nothing to this degree. Now if you really want to abuse this bug and make Alexandria reach insane damage numbers, then you can opt to go with a build that is something like this, where you remove any and all damage cap sigils that you may have. So as you can see with this build, I end up with attack level 26, stamina at level 15, tyranny at level 30, life on the line 15, skilled assaults at 26 because I don't have my sigils upgraded, and the same thing goes for concentrated fire and some supplementary damage. and I don't even have my Terminus weapon awakened all the way. But if I were to use Alexandria with the bug like this, without the enhanced damage or lowering the enemy's defense, I'm able to do over 2.1 million damage. I'm not exactly sure how you would optimize your build for Cagliostro to abuse this bug, but I have seen someone dealing nearly 70 million damage in the 60-second test. But obviously this is a bug, it's not intended to work this way, and so it is very likely that we're going to see this patched in the new update. I'm not quite sure if there are any more characters that are capable of abusing this bug. I've tried to replicate it with a couple of characters to no success, but if there is anyone else that is capable of doing this, let me know in the comment section below. I've been having a lot of fun testing all the new sigils and seeing how much more powerful some of these characters are, and I hope to showcase some of them in the future for you guys. So let me know which character got the biggest buff out of all of them in the update. You guys know which character is my main, so I will be making a video on him, and there is one other character that carries a large sword that got a huge buff that I want to make a video dedicated to him. But of course, after all of that, I will be updating my tier list once I have tested all of the characters. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Dark Hero, and as always, happy hunting.